The body of work or campaign that you were most proud of?
I would say probably the work that we did with Kraft Heinz over the COVID period. So, of course, COVID hit everyone in so many different ways. But for Kraft Heinz, from a brand point of view, obviously they had a really captive audience. Supermarkets were pretty much the only place that we were all allowed to hang out in and go to. And so people were spending a lot more time there and making a lot more considered purchases. They were cooking at home a lot more than they did previously. And so we had a great opportunity and we really had to jump on it. And the team did so well working with creative agencies, getting work. The creative agency made a TV ad based in one of the factories showing kind of their thanks for the workers that were still making the food that we were eating every day. And we managed to get it on air in like 2 days with a full-fledged cross-media, TV, all the digital campaign. So some incredible speed, agility, understanding of their business priorities, some really engaging social activations, just a whole suite. But that whole time, when everyone was going through so much craziness, so much unknown, the way the kind of team came together, the camaraderie that we had with the client, with the agencies, but also just internally, I was so proud of them during that time. They did such a good job.
Your favorite movie?
Probably Moulin Rouge.
If Hollywood were to make a movie based on your life story, who would you want to play you?
Reese Witherspoon. I know Nikki mentioned her in her podcast as a kind of influence. Definitely had a big influence on me. I'd love to have her play me.
My follow-up, if Hollywood were to make this movie based on your life story, what would you call it?
So it's actually a kind of tagline that I've used in the 6 Suites. So at the end of every podcast, we ask people not for health, not for wealth, and not for business, but just for life. What's the life advice you would leave? And my one is don't be a dick. So that would be the name of my film.
That's a good piece of advice. A lot of people need to hear that. Your favorite book?
Probably right now, ones that are most repeated in this house. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. So there's a lot of kids' books that get read repeatedly. And I'd say that probably takes up my top 10 list. Anything by Julia Donaldson. So The Gruffalo, The Snail and the Whale, The Smeds and the Smooths, all very intellectual, for sure.
All right. And your favorite song?
I love musicals. So if I am stressed or if I want to pick me up, I will put on a musicals playlist. So probably Let's Get Down to Business by from Mulan, or Kids Game from Blood Brothers, something like that.
Okay, so I'm going to throw another one in there. What's your favorite musical?
Blood Brothers.
Okay.
Which is probably fairly British and not known by Canadians. But it is excellent. I suggest you look it up.
I'm in between Avenue Q and, what was the other one? A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. Avenue Q I saw in London's West End.
Avenue Q is awesome.
The best advice you have ever received?
Probably one that Nikki would have given, which is treat the receptionist like you would everyone else. And I hope I naturally do that in terms of treating everyone with respect, but doesn't really matter what you do in life in terms of career and job, but we're all just human and treat everyone as you'd want to be treated yourself.
Okay. If you could go back in time and give your younger self advice, what would you say?
Don't rush. I am very much one that jumps onto the next thing. It was something that my parents would get feedback at every parents' evening. I'm always kind of onto the next thing. I need to slow down, celebrate when things go well, take stock when things don't, and don't rush.
And my signature closing question, if you weren't media and marketing, what would you be doing and why?
If the option had existed when I was younger, probably a professional rugby player. It wasn't a thing. It only just has become a thing in the last kind of 5-6 years. But I love rugby. I love being able to have a physical outlet. And if I had been able to do that for a number of years before building a media career, that would have been incredible.